Good evening, guys. How are y'all doing?
What's up? What's up?
We're doing.
Roll call. Who here has not been blown away by a hurricane or an earthquake or a fire?
So far.
So
Yep,
far, so good.
So far.
You might hear thunder once in a while in the background. We're getting a storm right now.
So maybe it's bad luck asking that question.
Yeah.
What do you guys got? What Tropical Storm Harold, I think it is, coming down?
Tropical Storm Harold is the one that is closing our schools at the moment.
So it's actually made it to tropical storm?
Got a name.
Oh, okay.
So as far as I'm concerned, they're all Cat 1s until they get bad.
The bulk of it went too far south of us. It's kind of going from east to west across the bottom of Texas, just below San Antonio. So we're just getting some outer bands, and that's one of those just hitting us right now.
We'll do a little weather report for you right now.
It's funny.
That's the hurricane right there happening out my window.
Tropical storm.
Absolutely devastating. Before we get too far into this, we have a fourth member of the panel today. Henry, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, sir? Introduce yourself.
So my name is Henry Moseley. I have an outdoor channel where I do a lot of hunting and fishing, mainly hunting, but I dabble a little bit into fishing, as you can see with that big smallmouth bass right there. And I'm just preparing for the season, and this weekend is the velvet hunt, so hopefully you can make something happen.
Nice.
Very nice.
Is that bow hunt or rifle or?
Yeah, it's a bow season, just 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, and I'm just gonna hunt regardless of the wind because it's only 2 days. Can't really pick and choose, so we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully I see some deer and maybe even get to shoot something.
Where are you located?
I'm in Middle Tennessee, just south of Nashville.
Okay. And how, as the old guy on the panel up here, how old are you, Henry?
I am 22 years old.
How old?
Turned 22 in May. Yeah, 22.
So I think that makes me and Henry the youngins here.
And nowhere near the same.
For sure.
No offense, Henry. First saw your pictures and stuff. I'm like, this is like 16-year-old kid up here. So I'm just old, so I don't know better.
Yeah, I can't really grow facial hair real well, so I always shave the face, so I have a real baby face, you know. So
you and Grant got that in common.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's in the genes.
All right.
Yes,
so you've been doing YouTube since 2021?
Yes, sir. I started uploading like hunt vlogs, and I would basically just record my hunting experience regardless if I shot something or not, and I just upload it. And then I did it again, and I think I have 3 now, or 2, at least 2. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, I have a lot of hunt vlogs of just not seeing a single thing. So
no, you're being modest. So what Henry does here is, if anybody is not aware of Henry, what he does is really cool. He goes through his entire season, and every time he goes out onto the hunt, he has this continued storyline that he goes through. Like, this is what we did last time. I'm going to go out. I'm going to try this new, different thing that I'm doing today. You get to go through that experience. It's not like it's, the really common approach to where it's like you go out there, you hunt or you fish, you get your thing, and then the video's kind of over. He's got like an arch to his thing. It spans multiple episodes. It's a really, really cool setup the way it goes.
Cool. I was peeking around earlier today. I was gonna say, you got the same problem I've got right now. You haven't done a video or posted a video in like a month, but
that changed today.
Video up today.
Yeah, I actually just uploaded a video about an hour ago, which is basically episode 1 of season 3 of the Hunt Vlog series. So
all right,
we're getting back into it. What's up, Ben? Thanks for coming in and watching the stream, man.
Ben, Christopher, we go fishing's in the house. David Martin,
So guys,
Peter.
Got Goth Farmer, Skull in it. We got the crew in here. Guys, good evening. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
I got a lot of people in here. Awesome.
Mr. Vela, how are you doing, sir? Make our rounds here. We go fishing.
So do you have your eyes on specific buck or doe this weekend?
I got a photo of a nice 8 point, and I guess hopefully he comes in. Other than that, I haven't gotten really many photos of bucks. I haven't put out any minerals this year, so it's just random movement that I'm getting on my camera right now, and I still gotta set up a mock scrape and everything. This property I'm hunting, it's real last minute. I still have to cut some shooting lanes for the tree stand and everything, so we're gonna see what happens. I'm just excited to get out there at this point.
I was going to ask if you're hunting on private property or public lands. It sounds like a private property.
Yeah, it's only legal to hunt velvet season on private land in Tennessee, so we're gonna hunt private land, and then we're gonna do a mixture of public and private come regular season.
And how long is it till regular season?
Regular season opens up, I think, about almost exactly a month after velvet ends, so around into September.
And that's bow or rifle or bow? Bow?
Yeah, bow season. That'll last until early mid-November, and then it'll go on to muzzleloader, and then after muzzleloader, I think that's a couple of weeks, and then it'll go on to rifle all the way until the beginning of January.
And you bow hunt. Do you rifle hunt also, or no?
I have rifle hunted before, but that was like 3 or 4 years ago. Since then, I've been strictly bow, but I think I might change that this year. I think I might use a muzzleloader and possibly a rifle. I'm thinking about going down to Alabama, and if I go down to Alabama, definitely going to bring a rifle with me.
Nice. And a photographer?
Oh, I'll probably be self-filming in Alabama. My girlfriend likes to record a lot of my videos for me, but she'll be in school, so I'm not going to be able to bring her with me to Alabama. Gotcha. I mean, I'll be in school too, but I skip sometimes. I'm not the best student.
Grant, when does hunting start up there for you?
Squirrel season's in right now, but man, it's been so hot. We actually were 1 degree on the humidity, the dew point yesterday from the record, and we probably hit it today. It's just been too hot for me to get out in the woods yet.
When's deer season start up there? Late September or something?
Our bow season's October 1st, and then shotgun season's the weekend before Thanksgiving. Yeah, I've seen a few bucks with some decent set of antlers on them already.
Yeah, this 8 point, I just got one photo of him, and he's just walking right by my camera. I have no clue if he's going to come in or not. He probably won't, but I mean, if I can see a deer and get it on camera, that's all I really care about at the end of the day. I love filming wildlife, so.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, hope you guys catch fish this week.
Breaking up, Grant.
Yeah, you kind of cut out a little bit.
I'm saying, Christopher, I hope you catch some fish this weekend if you guys are getting out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hope he hadn't left yet. I was curious. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping to get out there myself. Curious where you guys are going to be at. Hope to get in on that. Henry, are you going to be doing any fishing? Like, I haven't seen any fishing from you recently.
I have fished. I have fished this summer. Didn't ever film a video. I kind of just wanted to enjoy myself a little bit. I've really focused this summer on networking and stuff and working with other people, trying to get more experience and just overall just get my name out there. So haven't made as many videos, but behind the scenes, I mean, I've been working with this one influencer named Benjamin Cole, Benjamin the Duck Hunter on Instagram. And he's given me a lot of opportunities, been able to film some stuff for him. And he runs some deer ranches and stuff where he takes people on guided hunts and everything. So I've been able to kind of watch what he does and film for him. And it's been a lot of fun and great experience.
That's very cool.
You know, that's one thing I would do if you're going to collaborate with somebody. Like if I was out on the jetty and I ran into like thresher fishing, or if I, ever picked the opportunity of going off and doing anything with like Darcy or anything, the first thing I would do, it would be like, give me your camera. Let's have some
Right.
fun with this. Let's make you look good. Like that's like the easiest way to be valuable.
Right. And like a lot of people just aren't willing to put in the work like that, especially like in the outdoor community and the industry. You just got to stick your neck out there just a little bit, and people will usually bite. I mean, there's a lot of people say they want to be a part of it, but whenever it comes down to doing the work, they don't actually do it.
Yeah.
And so
you're right
if
about
you
that.
can be a part of that 1%, then you'll start getting a lot more opportunities. And that's what at least this past year, just when working really hard, I've noticed that more opportunities are coming my way because I'm putting myself out there to other people and everything. And like, it doesn't just have to be your channel. Like you can go out there and, like you were saying, ask to film for someone, make up a resume and send it off to all your favorite YouTubers. Maybe you'll get a response.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds like you got the right idea.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Real quick here, we go fishing. Standing with you guys getting the rains a little bit. Like I just showed you out the window. It's not even raining at the moment. We've got a little bit, like my yard is watered. Nothing outstanding happening here. 15-mile-an-hour winds. It just haven't been dramatic. How are you guys doing? And everybody in the chat, we've got all kinds of epic weather conditions happening all across the world right now. What apocalypse, kind of weather are you experiencing? Are you in the earthquakes? You got Hurricane Hillary or wildfires? What's going on in your neck of the woods? Dalai Lama says, I never ever get notified for this, never pings. Man, I'm sorry, but I appreciate you being here, man. I'm glad I was able to catch you before we started. And appreciate you hanging out with us, man. How's the Dalai Lama is going to be doing like some work on charter boats and stuff like that. So I'm curious to hear how that's going.
Nice.
David Martin says, you guys see the black bear pics in Discord. That was the closest I'd ever been to one. Pretty cool experience. We pulled them up last week. We missed you on that, but yeah, we pulled them up. We were looking at them. Got Mr. Mark J. Larson.
What's up, Mark?
What's up, man?
Goth Farmer says, I wanted to be a National Geographic photographer before I realized that I wanted the farm life more than anything else in the world. Dude, I make jokes about that. Like every time we go down to Mexico, it's a running joke that we like take some not pitiful shot for a video. And we're always like, National Geographic, you got to call us. Because yeah, just being a photographer that travels around, that's obviously like life goals.
Yeah. So Henry, you're putting yourself out there. You're getting to meet some good people, working with other people, and you got your own channel. But you said you just like filming wildlife. So what do you see yourself doing in like 5 or 10 years? What's the goal?
I mean, ultimately, like you said, I just hope I can be filming wildlife somewhere, whether it's for my channel or for someone else's channel, or possibly behind the scenes editing. Any of that stuff. I'm just super into that, and I hope at some point I can do that and make a career out of it.
That's very cool. What are you going to school for?
I'm actually going to school for history and anthropology and political science.
All right,
has nothing to do with outdoors, but yeah, I really enjoy history, but I've noticed that my love for the outdoors is a lot stronger, so I'm really trying to make this happen, especially while I'm in school, because I don't really have anything else better to do.
Good answer.
It's always good to have that thing. Like, keep doing your thing because it's good to have it to fall back on. Hey, you know what? Like, talking about history, I see these two things like marrying up very well. Like, I see somebody being able to make a really good video who knows about history and can talk about that. Like, if you put those two things together, I think you got something kind of special too. You never know what opportunities like that'll open up.
All right, I've always wanted to do like the history traveler stuff. I don't know if you guys have watched any of that, but like there's this one guy on YouTube. He'll go to like different like Civil War battlefields and stuff, and I've always wanted to do something kind of like that, but I don't really know how to make it mesh well with my hunting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you could do like the history of the whitetail or the history of the smallmouth, or
the history of hunting in America, like there's so much you can do.
History of different types of weapons.
Yeah, I mean I'm sitting here trying to think. You said you're going to school for history. I'm like, man, but that's the only thing I could think of. Which, I mean, you could do a video on everything,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
I think that's cool. It comes from like you have like a storyteller, like it's history is all about stories. You know what I mean?
Right,
And what you're
right.
doing with the video stuff is you're telling stories. So that's all I'm hearing is just like you're a storyteller. You enjoy it so much. That's what you're doing with a degree. Yeah, hunting and history don't have a whole lot to do together, but that they have that common foundation of, both being based in story.
Right. And I mean, going to college, even if I don't use my degree and everything, I mean, it's teaching me to have a better work ethic and work harder. So,
yeah,
I mean, I'm going to gain from it either way.
Ben says one of my wife's favorite YouTube creators is Max Miller's Tasting History. So how about hunting history? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to do more research on that.
Yeah, it'd be a good little series.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We actually just like inherited this Euro mount of it's like bleached because it's been out in the sun for so long from like my great grandparents. The deer is like over 100 years old. And like you can see where the squirrels have like nibbled on it and everything. So I mean, yeah, hunting history would be something very interesting to look into.
Mm-hmm.
I love stuff like that. At my uncle's house, he's got some historical like stuff. He's got some, I don't know, just random things. I don't even know how to describe it. But he's got like a little bar where we'll all go over there and have like a glass of scotch whenever we're having like a family get together or something like that. And you hang out over there, and on his wall, amidst all the, like, he's got some paintings and he's got some drawings and some photographs and stuff like that, like maybe a fish that he caught or whatever the case may be. But amidst all of this, he's got this little plaque with a twisted little piece of metal on there. And this drives my passion to want to have, like, I want to do this exact same thing. This twisted little piece of metal that he's got with a plaque on there, it's got a little, explanation on the bottom of it. It's a piece of the Hindenburg. And I'm like, how freaking cool is that? Like, it doesn't have to be anything special. It doesn't have to be any, like, like a crazy, but it's just that one little tiny twisted piece of metal tells so much of a story when you, like, that impact you get. I just said that right now, and everybody here is like I get that every time I think about it, every time I look at that.
Right.
Yeah, we were stationed in Germany when the wall came down, and so we got a piece of the wall and sent it home to Audrey's uncle, who's a big history buff. So
that's cool.
So yeah, that's another one of those things.
I was at the very first Cowboys game in the new stadium, and what was it? They were tearing down the old one, and they were selling off pieces of us. What it was, we were going to go up there and we were going to like chisel out like a little piece of brick just for that reason. Exactly. But yeah, so I love stuff like that. You talk about history, and that's immediately like what goes to my mind is, I've got my little collection of pictures and stuff like that back here. I'd love to have some other little things added to it. Piece of the Berlin Wall, like stuff like that. I think is just freaking awesome.
Yeah.
This is illegal technically, but I mean, I have a piece of a bunker at Point Du Hoc at Omaha Beach. It was laying on the ground. It was gonna get buried, so I just went ahead and took it.
Wow.
Probably I didn't pull it off of the bunker. It was already like on the ground, gone. So I went ahead and just grabbed the piece of concrete from it, and
guys in the suits be knocking on your door tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I can't go back to France. I can't. I don't know, it's such a valuable piece of history, and I didn't want it to just get buried. I don't know. Maybe it was the wrong thing to do, but
just tell them you were like 8.
Yeah, I was 18.
Close enough.
It was like 7 or 8 days ago, or whatever.
Yeah.
So you gonna try to go hunting this year, Stanley?
You know what? I want your opinion on this. I'm curious about it. I've got this place right up the road, thanks to you guys, I think it was you guys, Henry, might have been you, had pointed me in the direction of Onyx, or during the chat or something. Anyway, so I got Onyx, and I found this place. It's a farm right on the outskirts of town, right off the highway. And on that farm, they've got this, I don't even know what to call it, but it's a depression in the land where they can't farm it because it's a little swampy or whatever. They got a bunch of trees and stuff in there. They don't farm it. It's like, I don't know, just where all the water drains off into. Even though it's not that wet, that's where it goes. So it's right outside of town. It's in a depression. It's in the middle of this farm. I have identified this. This is probably like 20 acres of land, and it might be 30 acres of land. I really want to talk to this guy about going in there and hunting his land. I don't know if it's within city limits. And like, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit nervous about going over to this farmer and asking him about, using his land to hunt, not knowing if it's within city limits. And I'm also kind of concerned about, I want to put a feeder out there for him. Is he going to want me putting a feeder in the middle of his fields? Is that going to cause any problems for him? So I'm curious what your thoughts are on that. Like, I'm really divided as to whether or not I'm going to embarrass myself by going in there and talking to him.
I say take the chance.
I'd say take the chance. Yeah. I mean,
just ask him.
I mean, in worst case scenario, like if the feeder's a problem, you can just hunt without a feeder.
Yeah. Offer to do something, help them with something, or
right. Yeah.
That usually gets you in the best way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the swamp, I heard you say swamp, a bell went off in my head. So I think you might get some nice bucks in there.
Really?
Yeah, they like to like bed down on that stuff. Not necessarily like in the water, but
yeah,
the research that I've done,
like soft, mushy, muddy, like persistently water. It's like there's probably one little corner of it, like maybe an acre that has water in it from time to time. But man, we're in the middle of a drought. Like there's no water in there right now. It's
right.
Today there might be.
And what you're surrounded by?
I bet it's that dry. Where even today there's none.
Are you surrounded like by ag and stuff, like a bunch of farmland, like soybeans, corn, all that?
Corn. There's I think they did corn this year. It might have been sorghum. I forget, because we got corn, sorghum, and cotton. Cotton's been taken out already, but we do have all that running in the area. Yeah.
Are you able to see the fields from the road?
Yeah.
I would just. Are you able to park on the side of the road safely?
Yes.
I'd just spend an evening and just look in that field for like 3 or 4 hours. If you see a lot of deer in there, then I would definitely talk to that guy about hunting that swamp, because I bet you they're bedding down in there.
Shot?
Say what?
You don't think that's a good way of getting shot?
Why would you get shot?
Walking around on somebody's land?
No, you park on the side of the road and you look, you spyglass.
Oh, okay.
Don't spotlight.
No, don't. I mean, I don't know if it's legal in your state, but no, don't spotlight.
That'll get you shot or arrested.
But you're allowed to sit on the side of the road and look into private land from a public roadway. It's perfectly legal.
Oh, dude, Goth Farmer, there is no way I'm putting up a fence. Like that would be like a month-long job. But I like where your head is at. Don't get me wrong. I'm complaining because I hate fencing. I hate putting in a fence, mainly. But it's a big enough piece of land where, I would not even want to attempt putting a fence on it.
Offer to bring them some fish.
Now that's where I was going at with it. Is I was like thinking about throwing him a couple $100 and offering him a lot of fish, offering him some sausage and stuff like that if I get anything out of there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the going rate is. I mean, and it's obviously like I wish I knew the name of what that is. When they have that depression in the land for all the water to drain into, I would buy it from them if they would sell it for a reasonable price, because it's a cool spot of land. I never know. Oh, my brother trades electrical work for hunting land. I don't do anything anywhere near valuable enough for that.
Sometimes they just want you to. Sometimes they just want you to like shoot squirrels or nuisance animals, like
hogs.
Like if
that's
you're,
what I was thinking of.
Yeah, like if you're hunting, especially like in an urban setting, like I watch these guys like they're called Seek One, and sometimes they'll just like shoot people's squirrels in their backyard for them for a couple of days, and then I'll let them hunt there. I mean, they might even just ask you to, like, haul some wood or like help me put this thing up, and then I'll let you hunt here. Like, it's you just gotta ask people.
Just go ask.
Yeah, I would be down for something like that. I have no problem bartering labor.
All right, we'll be waiting for you to report back.
All right. Yeah, right. If I just don't show up one Tuesday, it's
We
because I
know
was
you
out
went
wandering
wrong.
around on his land with a spotlight.
Yeah, don't do that, and don't go onto his property. But you can park on the side of the road and then spyglass from your car.
I'm going to put
do that
in
all the
some of the draw hunts again this year and hopefully get something drawn this year.
Yeah, I need to do that too. Oh, I told you, another thing on that to be aware of is so you do those draw hunts. I think I might have mentioned it last week, but if I didn't, I'm going to mention it again now because I think it's viable information. CCA always has the tournaments where they're giving away boats and stuff like that.
Yep.
They have, I don't know why this is. It's a gambling thing or something like that. But in order for them to do those giveaways where you buy a ticket to win a boat, they have to give you an opportunity to get a free ticket. So you can literally write them a letter. And I've done this before, and I've got, the tickets that are like $1,000. I wrote them in Florida, and I was like, hey, I want one of those tickets for that boat. And because of the stipulations, the way the rules was, I was allowed to ask twice. So I asked for twice, once for each of these two contests they were running. And they sent me tickets. They sent me 2 tickets for that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like anybody can get in on that and do it. I hunted a deer management property, and I had to take 3 does in exchange for a cull buck. What do I need to do to get into that?
Yeah, you want to fill the freezer. There you go.
I've considered us friends for a while, and I've never been invited on this one.
Yeah,
So,
four deer
our
will
friendship.
four deer will fill 2 freezers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
even
all I
if you
want.
just got 2 does. Ooh, I didn't get my cold buck. Oh well, I got 2 does. Freezer's full.
Mm-hmm.
David Martin says, just don't shoot from your car. Is it because it hurts your ears?
Yeah, no, don't shoot from your car either. Don't do that. Especially on private land too, because then you can get in some real serious trouble.
Yep.
Is it because
We
you're
got
in
game
your car?
wardens that
Or is
put
it in,
out fake deer and just watch for somebody to drive up and spotlight them and take
oh,
a
yeah.
shot.
Yeah, they do that.
Robo deer, robo buck. Yeah, we've had them do that around here, and they've had them shoot them.
Yep. That's crazy.
That would be kind of fun just to blow one of those things away.
There you go. We're gonna see him on TV one way or another.
Yeah.
He was spotlighting somebody's property, and then he came down
I
here and
swear
blew
to
away
God,
our
I
robo
hit it,
deer.
and it didn't go down, so I took 3 more shots.
And then run it over with the truck.
Just for good measure. We like sausage here, hamburger. Yeah, that's what it was. That's the thing. I think is they say on those tickets it says no purchase necessary. You're right. David Martin says Tennessee Wildlife Agency has a lot of mechanical deer that they watch. There's actually some good videos online of the game wardens catching people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
pretty
David-
dangerous game though. Pretty dangerous game.
David
going
lived in
after somebody you
Tennessee.
know is armed.
Yeah.
Might be desperate.
Said David lived down there in Tennessee before he moved to Canada. Well-
I Molotov'd it to start the cooking process.
Your pickle outdoors. What's up?
What's up,
Hey,
Pickle?
What's up, Pickle?
It's been a minute.
We're going to be taking a look at some of Pickle's adventures this weekend. Got you queued up in the photos we'll be taking a look at here, man.
Cool,
Oh, awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
some good ones.
He always does.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Scully, I totally agree. We got a good crew here. It's always fun. I always look forward to being able to hang out with everybody, catch up. But speaking of which, what did everybody do this weekend? Nobody wants to talk about the weather, and I commend you on that one. But what did you do this weekend if you're not, sequestered as a result of foul, inclement weather
Or extreme heat.
or the extreme heat? I count that as a bigger weather issue than whatever this is.
Yeah. Yeah, my situation didn't change much. I told you guys last time that failure on the boat trailer I was still working on. What happened was I got a brand new master cylinder for it, brake cylinder, and installed it, got everything put together, thought, hey, I'm good to go. Went out the next day, put the brake fluid in it, started bleeding it, and all of a sudden fluid's leaking from up by the tongue where the master cylinder is. And so that was the end, right? And we did our live stream, and I was pretty depressed about all that. So then I tore it all apart, and the brand new master cylinder was leaking. So I called the company, and they sent me one that day, and then I had to send theirs back at no charge. And it should be here tomorrow, so I might get to work on that by this weekend. I'm also working on my daughter's project for that, the water cows for the football team, because we're coming into football season. So they need those worked on. I'm trying to get parts for those things. So that I can't get to hunt or fish until I get all that stuff done.
Yeah, whatever.
Calm down, lady.
Is that the A in the A and J back there?
That's the A, all right.
Well, happy anniversary. They had a big anniversary this past week too.
Great.
Hey, happy anniversary, guys.
Yeah, 38 years. She hasn't killed me yet.
Hi, guys.
Hey. Good
Yeah, I
seeing
haven't
you.
killed him. He's still alive. I haven't smothered him. Nothing.
Not yet.
Still got a decently happy look on his face, too. What's that about?
It's permanent.
Yet.
Yeah, exactly. So Grant, garden, fish.
Gardening,
It's too
trying
hot to hunt.
It's too hot to garden too.
Oh.
I looked a few minutes ago. It was 118 in the greenhouse. Got the shade cloth on it. Got 2 fans going. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
put AC in the greenhouse.
Right.
no doubt. But I've been planting stuff in the raised beds from the greenhouse, and a few things have made it and a few things haven't. I mean, it's transplanting it in the ground. You gotta, when it's this hot, this humid, you gotta keep it watered.
And chickens doing all right?
Chickens, it's been a struggle keeping them cool too. They've been panting away, their mouths wide open. Just feel sorry for them, but we got a shade cloth for them and 3 different water bowls and freshening it up, and a fan. Got an extension cord with the box fan ran out there for them.
And I put a little swimming pool out there for them.
Yeah. Yeah. After, I think Saturday it's supposed to be really hot still through Saturday, but then Sunday I think it's supposed to drop from upper 90s to upper 80s. So maybe Sunday it'll be worth getting out. I mean, I think the low this morning was 77, 78.
We've been 100 degrees every day this month, and a whole bunch last. And I think today was the first day we didn't hit 100 because a little storm blew in. But I think tomorrow or the next day we're right back up 102, 103, 104, and all that.
Plus mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Plus mosquitoes from the rain, yeah.
I think I'm on day 6 of the mosquito dunks, mosquito bits. If you've seen those, I bought the 6-pack and I've had them out. I think today's day 6 or 7, and I think it's making them worse.
That's not good.
You're immune to it. Like
Some
now
of
you
those
just
things
have one through
Draw the mosquitoes to them, and so they say, put them so far away from where so put them in your neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
Well, I've got them on the edges, like in the corners, basically.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to draw it to them. They lay their eggs there, and then the eggs don't make it. Basically.
Okay. All right.
Man, I'll
Stairs?
tell you what, I made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. There wasn't anything I could do about it. It's not even a mistake. So we had a windstorm, a really rare, happens once every like 10 years here, but we had a windstorm hit us. It was about a month ago. And it blew up I got a metal roof, it blew up 3 of the sheets of metal roof. So I called the insurance company and they want a quote. So I called like 8 different companies to get a quote. Had a guy come up out of the valley, which is 3 hours away, to give me a quote on this thing. And I told him the whole insurance thing, and he's like, "Yeah, I got you." The whole thing being that like if it's not worth like it has to be a job that's worth like $5,000 because otherwise the deductible's not worth it.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, no, I got your back. Don't worry about that. We have to replace the entire roof anyway. Well, I was like, well, God, I really don't want to get wrapped up into this whole thing, but I'm not going to tell him no. If he says I need a new roof, I'm going to have to get a new roof. So then I didn't hear back from the guy for a week and a half. And oh, by the way, we have a hurricane bearing down on us. So yesterday, in 110-degree weather, I had to crawl up on that thing in the middle of the afternoon and bolt those sheets back down on a metal roof. So I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I've dropped about 15 pounds.
Yeah. That's never fun getting up on the roof in that heat. Our neighbor, day before yesterday, he had a crew putting on a new roof, and they were all day out there on the roof, ka-chunk, 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 putting a shingled roof up, and it's 100 and something degrees outside. I'm like, golly, these guys,
Yeah.
they're
I wish
hardcore.
that are my worst enemy.
It's hot.
Real quick here. Last weekend, Scully Nation, I'd like to have a conversation with you about that. It has been 20 years since I've been gigging for Flounder. I want to do it again, but I've only got a vague idea of where to go. So I wouldn't mind having a buddy to go out there and kind of shake the rust off with sometime. I'm interested in doing that.
I've never done
Pickle has been adjusting back to civilian life, still finding it hard to get back in the groove of things. Hoping to catch back up and back into videos.
Very
Looking
cool.
forward to that.
So you're completely out of the military now,
Is that it? Like you're done?
huh? Wow.
We go fishing. Looking forward to doing some surf fishing. The weather permits.
They got I think you guys just put out a video like yesterday or today. I haven't got a chance to look at it yet, but I will.
It's up in they're doing Sabine Lake and the I guess maybe you're not in Sabine Lake, but yeah, they're doing the East Texas stuff.
Bayou.
Bayou, that's it.
Later, David.
Yeah, please do, Scully. I'm curious about that. Also, those sheep's head, man. That's good eating stuff. While Japan was in the Philippines on the big southernmost island, Mindanao.
Mindanao.
Yeah. I'm hoping I'm close on that. Just got back to Japan, did some fishing, just to relax as it's still holiday from the day job, but he got transferred to a South Africa office, so now he's trying to find a coworker with hunting land, and I'm trying to find we're looking for friends here, so you know.
He's going to transfer. Okay, I don't understand. Transfer digital to South Africa.
So he's remote, and
So
now he's going to be remote for South Africa.
Okay, but he doesn't have to be there.
Yeah. But he probably, like, if he's remote there, he's going to want to make friends there because he's probably going to need to go once in a while. And if you're going to go, you better have some hunting land.
Right.
I looked in the Discord today and seen some fish that he had caught recently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll be looking at those. Pretty stuff. Mark J. Larson just had a new video out, and we didn't see this. I'm hoping this is going to be part of the follow-up. Just put sliding doors in the lair.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I think he was talking about in the last video.
Yeah, I saw the space for it, I assume. Bless you.
Pickle is done with the military.
And we should probably be spending more time thinking about joining Pickle up in Maine. Not going to
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah, no. Not, 5 months from now, heck no. But right now,
Yeah.
I agree.
Mhm. Exactly. The more y'all talk about that heat makes me more and more grateful for my wild Washington weather, and you should be. It was, in the 60s today. Could be happier as long as the garden keeps growing. I couldn't tell you what I would do for just a couple days of that.
Yeah, Scully, I agree with you. You say you should go back home to Colorado and get some cool weather. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'd say Henry's probably about the same as my weather, maybe a little bit warmer. We're
Yeah,
not too
it's-
far.
It's a bit rough here because it's upper 90s and then it rains, and so it cools down a bit, which is nice, but then it gets to be the upper 90s again, and it's so humid. It's awful. Yesterday I was putting up a tree stand, which I think I broke the record for the longest amount of time it took to put up a tree stand. I spent about 4 hours climbing up in this big, huge oak tree, trying to put up this tree stand, and the heat about got to me. I'm gonna have to go back on Thursday and finish up what I was doing, because I wasn't able to finish the shooting lanes or any of that stuff because it was so exhausting.
Man, sounds like it.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, a couple years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, we were up in Wisconsin in the summer, and my brother-in-law had to get his shooting lanes and stuff out there, and he was setting up his stands and everything. And we went out there. I went and helped him because I want in on this. You know, I want to try to make friends and be a good brother-in-law and everything else. So I go out there, and they got I don't even know what the thing is called, but it's the most insane lawnmower you've ever seen in your life. You push it, and it takes down like small trees, mows over everything.
Yeah.
And usually clearing land. So we were out there pushing that thing around to make the lanes and to do everything we need to do. Absolutely blew my ass out that day. And for exactly like all the same reasons like everybody else has been talking here, to like, you know, make friends and get in on stuff. I did end up getting some venison out of it. But dude, doing that in Wisconsin weather versus Texas weather,
Yeah.
completely different ballgame.
Yeah.
Oh,
Take it
yeah.
every time.
Do you ever do any hunting or fishing in Kentucky? I know you're pretty close to Kentucky.
Yeah, I do a lot of fishing in Kentucky, trout fishing. I went to Trammell Creek last year, and I was wanting to go again this year. I don't think I've gotten to. But yeah, I love fishing in Kentucky, and I'd like to make a hunting trip up to Kentucky as well. I think I'll probably be able to make it for turkey season, but not deer season.
Nice.
That's the plan right now for turkey season. I want to try and hit at least 3 different states. So I'm thinking Tennessee, Kentucky, and then maybe Alabama or Georgia. We'll see.
And when you do that, you're looking at public lands then?
Yep. Just scouting from my HuntWise app and just going and sleeping in a Walmart parking lot or in a primitive campsite if I'm able to do that.
Man, you've got to be just a little over 2 hours from me if you're close to Nashville.
Yeah, I'm about 45 minutes away from Nashville, and I'm down south, and then so yeah, it takes on a good day 45 minutes, and then it takes about an hour for me to get to Kentucky.
Okay. Yeah, I'd
Pickle
say
says, sorry, go ahead.
I'd say within 3 hours from each other. Then
That would make for a fun collab, gentlemen. I would enjoy seeing that happen.
need to get
Hey.
together.
Yeah.
I'm down for whatever, really. I'm down for it all.
You going down to Alabama, you need to come down to Padre Island.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're looking for hunting land, you can come up and hunt on our farm for a weekend or something if you want.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll see you this
Knocking
weekend.
on your door Friday. I'm here.
Hey, you said I could be here.
Yeah, I'd say Fort Campbell's probably about halfway for us there, Pickle, between us. It's about an hour and a half for me.
We need more Pacific Northwest people on this group. You don't even know how hard that is to find. Not that we're like actively and physically like really trying to get the California crowd in here, but finding people west of Colorado is so difficult.
Yeah.
You guys are a rare breed. We have, real quick here, we have a question in the Discord server I need to bring up.
Oh, well, let's make up some answers.
Right? What is this? Nobody knows.
Fish.
Yep, there it is. There's your answer, Amzupa. I told you you'd get exactly what you needed when we brought this
Near
up.
shore off the bottom. It almost looks like near shore off the bottom. Saltwater or freshwater?
It's saltwater.
Saltwater, then maybe a black drum without the stripe. I don't know.
I don't think it's a drum. I think it's a croaker.
I don't think that's a croaker. Croaker's
No,
more
it looks
white
thick from
colored.
top to bottom for a croaker. It's like short and thick. It looks like.
Yeah.
Can we Google lens that shit?
Try it.
Have at it. Yeah, let's see what the. You know, it doesn't have the mouth of a snapper. It's got the mouth like.
No. I got to make the picture bigger.
I don't even know. Mangrove? Mango? Yeah, I don't know, man.
We'll blame Anzupa for not holding it correctly, so we all get a good look at it.
That is true. You got to hold your fish right for good.
Yeah.
We can't get. We don't have a good look at the fins. We don't have a good look at the face. All we see is like.
Can't even see the tail.
Umbrina Sorosa.
Snapper, trout,
It might be.
drumfish.
It might be some type of snapper. Yeah.
One of them drum snappers.
It's hard to tell from that photo. Hey, for the Discord server, if you're gonna, or anywhere, if you're gonna post a picture of a fish asking for help IDing it, get a good side view of the fish so we can see head to tail.
You got to long arm it. You know, hold it out in front of the camera, make it look a lot bigger.
I don't care
Put it on
about
fish
that.
brain.
Just need to
Upload
be
it
able
on
to
fish
see it.
brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Google Lens says Umbrina Sorosa, the she drum.
Okay, I don't believe that.
She drum?
I've never even heard of that. The she drum.
Okay.
Well, how do they populate if there's only she drums?
It's SHI.
Huh. SHI. Oh, she drum. That's something. So, where was this caught? You said saltwater, U.S. Saltwater.
Oh, I don't know.
You know,
No, I don't.
because that could make a difference too.
Yeah, you're right about that. It could be a similar species to something we got. That's just something that's not around here.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Amzupa, there's about the best answers I can give for you. My apologies on that. Kind of need to jump in some photos if you guys are ready for that.
What's weird is the one down in the bucket with the stripes look kind of like a perch.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't even look at the ones in the bucket.
Hard to tell.
I don't know.
So
All right.
Don't help much.
It is that time, guys. Photos of the week brought to you by the premier fishing and hunting Discord server. Come on in, have some fun with this. There is a link in the description of the live stream down below, as well as links for everybody here. If you're not subscribed to Grant, John, and Henry Moseley, you need to do that. These guys are good guys. They make great content, and you need to get into it. It'll be a nice and peaceful end to your day if that's what you're doing, is watching their videos. So this is the best that we got. Check this out. Wild Japan, I know you're still in the chat. So this was his trip to the Philippines.
Wow.
And look at these catches.
All right. I see a trigger. Well, maybe.
Yeah, I got some kind of trigger fish. Those look like Sergeant Majors or something similar to a Sergeant Major.
I don't know, man. There's some crazy looking fish in there.
And then, yeah, that little wrasse on the bottom. I don't know. Just all of that stuff is gorgeous.
Them there ain't American.
Right. And so were you able to eat all this Wild Japan? I'm curious. I know you had some pictures of some other stuff in there, but I'm curious how it all tastes because it looks like candy to me.
Yeah, they're so colorful.
Yeah.
I have no idea what any of those fish are.
No.
I recognize the basic, like, I know that's a wrasse. I know those are the same family as Sergeant Majors. There's some kind of damselfish in the trigger, but I don't know, like, specifics.
You got a nice variety in the basket.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
It's like every single one is a different
Orange
species.
line triggerfish, a 6-bar rasp, and spiny
Spiny
chromis.
fruit. Okay.
Okay. Chromies.
He says the chromies taste good. Those would be the two on top, the Sergeant Major looking guys. Triggerfish is really good. I'd have thought that'd have been a good eating fish. I'd have picked that to be the best tasting one. Awesome catches, man.
Yeah,
We got a little bit more of that coming up. Black Warrior Lures and Outdoors Fishing Dream, just tearing it up outdoors. Outdoors Fishing Dream, that's a plug for his upcoming video that he's working on right now. He did a little like 4x4 trip to do some fishing.
That's awesome.
Kind of looks like he's been
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. And we got Mystic Goldfish, Mr. Danny Baker, and a little bit more Wild Japan. Danny Baker,
yeah,
kudos on that tarpon, man.
for sure. And that's off the jetties here in Texas.
Yeah, he puts it in on those overnight trips.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the Fishing Without a Boat and Stanley Orchard collab.
Dude,
Yeah,
tell me about it.
we are waiting on that.
He's
So I
hardcore,
think he's
man.
got
He stays out there all night.
He's got a Jack Corral, and then down in the corner looks like cooked fish. Did he cook and eat that Jack?
I was just gonna say that's exactly what he did. He documented the whole thing. He fried that thing up.
Did he like it?
He did.
Huh.
I've heard that's okay. We despise them.
Yeah,
But I
most
imagine
people-
a smaller one's probably okay.
I've never tried it, but most people seem to think it's a, trash fish.
Yeah, I do not like them, and I'll eat anything. So I commend him for doing that. I commend him for
Yeah.
eating it.
Man,
We go fishing,
Morgan
tearing it
fish.
up out there.
That's a pretty red fish, the bottom left one. Bunch of spots on it.
I think that was a 25, and Karen's was a 27 and a half. I think the flounder ended up coming in at like 17.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome.
little puppy
Yeah.
black drum.
Heck of a haul.
Yeah.
Just needed that trout. I think this guy catches more slams than anybody I've seen. Danny said the one that tarpon he got was just a couple hours on the island, had to be there and fished a couple hours. So he didn't even have to put in solid labor to get it. Bless you.
Nice.
Here's Pickle
Mushrooms.
doing some foraging. Oh, I forgot to tell my brother about this. He does foraging up in Vermont.
I like that boat, man. Golly, that looks like something you see him running in Alaska.
Mm.
Well, he is up in Maryland, so I guess
Maine.
Maine. Yeah, sorry.
He was traveling somewhere. Now I forget where it was, but he's just got back to Maine. Pickle, where were you at, man? And then of course now they're doing all their hiking and stuff, and he's trying to get back into doing some videos. With stuff like this, you're gonna have some good videos. I can pretty easily predict that one. I would like to do a little bit more foraging stuff down here. That's something I'm kind of curious about. My brother kind of got me into it.
I think everything down here is dead. I don't know if there's any foraging.
Yeah, like just not very good eating.
And like dead, brown, burnt up.
Your options are Johnson grass and
Cactus.
Pickle's buddies came over from the UK.
I'm sure there's certain cactus that taste good.
Yeah, they use the blooms, the
prickly pears.
prickly pear, yeah, and they'll make jams and stuff like that out of it.
Yeah. You know, you can eat mesquite. You should try this, actually. Mesquite beans. When they're brown and still on the tree. Yeah, take a bite out of one of those things. They're sweet.
Am I being set up here?
No, I'm not even kidding. This is it. I got my dad and my brother set me up on this a couple months ago, like 2-3 months ago. They're like, "Oh yeah, you got to try it." I was like, "Oh, I know what you're doing. This is you're BSing me." But I did. I tried it. It's really good, and it's actually like you could make a flour out of it, and it would be excellent for baking.
Interesting.
Toonie.
Shadow Card got himself. I want to say it's his first tuna.
Blackfin? That's a big blackfin, or is it blue? I don't know. I know it's not yellow.
I think it's a big blackfin.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Very nice.
Monster Haul. Good catch, Shadow Card. That's a good one.
Good eats.
Yeah, that's one for the record books. Mad Scientist, Macatussin, evasive.
Oh, mad scientist! Look like he got in one of those piranhas.
Yeah. What do they call those?
Is it a Paku?
A Paku. I think it's a Paku.
Okay. Got some
Macatussin got a nice. He's got a pike, and what are those called on the right?
carp.
Carp.
Yeah,
Yes.
carp.
There's a trout down there. Bass. Ben getting some underwater footage, huh?
Yep.
So did he get a new fish tank, new fish for the fish tank, or is that out in the?
He's experimenting with a camera on the end of his line.
Very cool. So where do you see this information? Discord on the pictures?
Yep.
I still can't see the pictures, Ben, so I had no idea.
It's in the background. One of these days, you'll earn your permission to get in there.
Ooh, is that a walleye? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Damn. Seen some teeth on it. I was like, what?
Nice walleye.
Yeah, good walleye. That's probably the
Oh, his name is
best
Cole.
walleye on the server.
And some smallies too.
Mm-hmm.
Pike. Couple pike.
Oh, and he got Coho Sam got that catfish while jigging
Oh, yeah.
crankbait.
Crankbait. Yeah. That's a deep diver. DD22 or something like that.
Yeah, it's fun to snag a catfish when you're bass fishing.
Yeah.
You always think you got a huge bass when you do it.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I ever did that was a terrible experience. Ended up with a hook stuck in my thumb.
Did you get
Wrong
the videos of
species.
There is a video of it.
those?
There is
Are
a
the
video of it.
videos.
We got Recito, Mads, AZ, and Wizard. I think that's Wizard's first carp.
Carp, trout, and
That's a mirror carp. That's awesome.
that's a what are those things? The one on the right. That's
A little
So
blenny.
Goby?
yeah, goby. Yeah, they're invasive up in Michigan. I know that. I don't know what the other little one is over there.
Yeah, it's
Good
hard.
looking trout, rainbow, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You got
And
that
those
rod
mirror
tail.
carp are really rare.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, it's that time of year, boys.
Ooh. Tigers fan, man.
What state are these guys in?
Right?
You got to get on the Discord server and ask him, man, because we're seeing a lot of trail cam pictures coming in.
Tigers fan got some two different nice pictures.
Mhm.
Hunter got himself a squirrel. Moneybag Joe.
Moneybag. I think he's in Florida.
That's a Florida deer?
I think.
Oh my
10
gosh.
point.
Nice.
So I'm expecting one of these gentlemen is going to hit the Wall of Fame here pretty quick. Speaking of which, it's that time. We need to elect our newest member of the 2023 Wall of Fame.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we need to add to this. These are our options this week. We have Danny Baker and his massive tarp in a vase with a really nice looking pike, Shadow Card and the tuna, and we got King with his little smorgasbord of freshwater awesomeness.
Well,
Who are we adding to the Wall of Fame?
but you just don't see many people in Texas, especially from shore, catching tarpon. And he's got a nice picture. The full fish is in the picture. So, yeah, I got to vote A.
I'm with you. Ooh, a lot of people like C.
Yeah, tuna.
Some feet people.
You know what? To be honest with you, I'm liking that pike. I think that's the prettiest picture in the bunch.
Feet.
Not that I'm not envious of that tarpon for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got 1, 2, 3.
Tuna's just a bucket list fish for me, so I had to go with that.
I like it. I like it. Have you been deep sea fishing or offshore?
I've been one time. We caught some amberjack and some Spanish mackerel, and I think they're vermilion snapper.
Yep.
Yeah, beeliners.
5-5 right now.
Yes, it is. And we're running through the group quick. We got time. You got 30 seconds.
We
If
need
you
another
haven't
vote.
cast your vote, do it now.
Or we put 2 people in. We've done that before.
Janet, you gonna vote?
I know we're running over time here. We got 30 seconds before we pick a winner. It is a tie at the moment between Danny Baker and Shadow Card.
It took her a few seconds to hear it, because we're ahead of the stream a little bit. She's about to vote. There's
All right.
Mark's got a vote in
Mark
there.
voted. That broke the tie.
Let's see what Janet does.
She can't make the tie again. She does.
Oh, she did.
All right,
Fair
let's
enough.
vote in.
You know what? I'm totally comfortable adding a
Yeah.
tuna and a tarp into the board like that. I'm sorry to add a vase of the. I would have liked to have seen that one on there. I think it's a beautiful pick. But Danny, Shadow Card, you guys killed it, man. Awesome job. Welcome and congratulations and welcome to the 2023 Wall of Fame. We'll be having a thing at the end of the year here. We'll have a big celebration, a contest, and a gift card giveaway, all that same kind of fun stuff. Then we're gonna have some merch. We'll put everybody's pictures on there.
Very good. Very good. Good job.
So
everybody.
at that time, let's see. Jasmine, January, super exciting to see such a supportive group coming together and sharing their ideas on fishing, hunting, and content creation. Great stream. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. That means a lot.
Join us weekly.
I am afraid we don't have time to go over what everybody needs to be doing this weekend. So we're going to hold everyone accountable in the Discord server, except for Grant, because he just refuses to see photos in there.
Where do you want me to post that in the Discord?
I will get my guy on that. I'll see. We'll get it figured out. All right. It is that time. Time for a refill, time to go get some sleep, and time to finish off this work week so that we can all go have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. We really, really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing the amazing weekend that everybody had when we get together again next week. Henry, thank you for joining us tonight, man. It was a pleasure.
Thanks,
We look
Henry.
forward to seeing what you
Thank you. I love coming on here. It's a lot of fun, and I
do it
would love
again.
to do it again. Awesome.
Awesome. Have a wonderful night, guys. We'll see you all next week.
All right.